INKT to the G, man. Who you think it gonna be? And we back with another Tommy G reaction. This came across my desk. Being born and raised in San Francisco, Tommy G just released another video talking about the theft capital of America. And it turned out it's the city. So without wasting time, we're gonna get straight into this, man. Let's go.
Dude, we call that a stole. You ain't buy that.
Across the country, people are talking about crime in the Bay Area, specifically San Francisco.
We're in San Francisco, theft capital of the world. It's getting crazy out here.
Okay, first and foremost, I want to say that San Francisco can't be theft capital of America. I mean, I know it's a little crazy out here right now with the town and the Bay Area and the recession and all that, but you can't sit there and say San Francisco the theft capital of America, though. Come on, quit playing. I don't believe that.
What's the biggest haul you've ever had?
They call me the high-speed specialist. I'm getting away from choppers.
I swear to God, you really look like a cop right now. I'm not here lying. I swear to God.
Overall theft in America seems to be dramatically on the rise, and no city better exemplifies this than San Francisco.
Another brazen theft at a San Francisco drugstore.
It's happened again.
Oh yeah, the CVS time.
After...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We done had a couple smash and grabs. You know what I'm saying? The Louis store ain't here no more. All the designer stores is gone. They took the whole mall. Or Westfield gone. Like I see what they talk about. But it's smash and grab. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think San Francisco is the theft capital of America. Fuck out of here, man.
We're stealing from the CVS pharmacy.
$2 million worth of goods suspected to be stolen out of San Francisco.
Every day in Bay Area news, you can read stories about car theft, retail theft, robberies, and more. San Francisco was once one of America's golden cities, but the crime here is so wild that newspapers and locals have started referring to this place as Gotham City. Part of why this is happening are policies like Proposition 47. Essentially, what Prop 47 does is make any theft under $950 a misdemeanor.
Like I said, shout out Tommy G once again, man, because he comes in, he gives you nothing. Oh, sorry. He doesn't just come in and give you straight like gossip or you know what I'm saying, innuendos or whatever. Like he gives you the history of the city first and then gives you the reason why it might be this way. Hopefully he touches on the fact of the recession and, you know, just bad leadership in with Governor Gavin Newsom and Joe Biden. So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he touches on that, but let's keep going.
Where the person stealing faces little to no consequences.
Under current state law, shoplifting merchandise valued under $950 is considered a misdemeanor.
Hold on. Did they sell Buddy out there ride around with the scooter instead? Okay. Okay. We got to do a little better than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The man can ride around with the scooter, like stealing just... Not even an electric scooter, too. Come on, Mike.
This has led people to make careers as professional thieves. In the Bay Area, these people are referred to bippers, boosters, and fences. Boosting is when someone goes into a store and
my mama, hey, let me know if any one of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Remember the old school term when your OG or your pops would be like, I got a guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to buy, you want a Rolex? So you want one of these? I got a guy. Like, maybe that's just some black-ish or maybe just old school-ish where we didn't have to really go retail shop like that. But I mean, I didn't never assumed it was coming through means of this way. But let me know, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all got a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Takes out as much merchandise as they can get away with, and fences are the people that buy the stolen goods from the boosters and sell it into the black market.
Hey, I ain't gonna do too much, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna do too much talking about my city like that in a negative way, but all I'm gonna say is shout out Carl's Jr. You feel me? That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out Carl's Jr. If you know, you know.
Authorities say they are organized gangs of criminals who sell the merchandise to a fencing operation.
The result of this has been costly for San Francisco. Retailers are pulling out left and right. In Union Square, once a high-profile destination, 17 retailers have pulled out since 2020. This includes places like Nordstrom, Office Depot, and Old Navy.
You know what's crazy to me is that Old Navy was one of the biggest stores downtown, and even that's gone. It's like, you guys don't notice that, like, it's looking desolate. Like, you remember that old school Kanye West video when it was I put on for my city? Yeah, that one, and he showed Chicago and it was all death. That's how San Francisco is starting to look right now downtown. So
Starbucks alone has closed at least 19 locations in the San Francisco area. The impact of this is that thousands of...
You know what's crazy? I just seen at least... There's still a Starbucks on every corner. Talking about they closed down 19 of them. Well, there's still got 40 more. We don't need Starbucks.
People no longer have a place to work. To take a closer look at this issue of theft, we dive into the Undercover.
Oh, that's crazy. Let me know in the comments if y'all thought about that, because I never thought about the fact that, you know, if the stores close down, the actual, not only the customers are affected, but the people that work there, they're affected as well, and they're losing out. Like, so I never put two and two together. But yeah, let's go.
In this episode, we explore black markets and we talk to bippers, boosters, fences, and guys that pull heists. Folks, an announcement you should know about: a live event in Milwaukee at the Oriental Theater. One on link below.
I got some drink and some Percocets up in the stew, and they got me geeked up like a nerd. If a fuck nigga try to say something stupid my way, then I'm gonna leave his brains on the curb. I got a whole lot of motherfucking styles. I even got shit that you ain't never heard.
Hey, not the. Oh man, hey, the bag.
Folks, today we're diving into San Francisco's theft culture. The amount of boosting and bipping and stealing and thievery is almost unbelievable. And we're going to take you directly into that world today. And that's what we pledge to bring you on this channel: the real, raw, inside scoop of what's happening. We're about to go meet a crew of boosters who are outside of a Macy's. So we'll see you there.
If you want me, better pay me, I get you knocked off for a low price. Fuck niggas been hanging, come going up, they ain't got no life.
One thing you're going to notice is a lot of boarded up places. A lot of businesses are deciding it's not worth it being in San Francisco anymore. A lot of
Hey, y'all, let me know in the comments if you're from the Bay Area and know they closed the JS Bank. I didn't even know they did that one. That's crazy.
retail places are closing up because of all the thievery.
San Francisco's once bustling downtown streets still struggling to bounce back as retailers continue to flee.
A lot of retailers have been pulling out of the city.
In the past 2 weeks, Westfield announced it's giving up its...
Hold on, what's going on? Why you do me like that? Messed up my little situation. Why you do me like that? Okay, yeah.
Prominent downtown mall location, while AT&T revealed it is closing its flagship store in the city.
AT&T closed? Dang. I can't lie to you. I can't remember the last time I walked into AT&T, but that AT&T store is literally next to the BART station. I believe that's Powell BART station. That is actually right next to it. So if the mall is closed, the BART station's pretty much closed because some things were happening there. And then they closed AT&T. Wow, I didn't even know it was closed like that. I wasn't really paying attention. That's crazy.
This is a place you don't want to leave valuables in your car.
Nope.
We're looking into bipping and boosting.
Oh my God.
Is it crazy here?
It's pretty crazy.
Have you ever had your car windows?
Me personally, no.
Do you know people that have their car windows?
Let me know in the comments if you're from the Bay Area, even if you're not from the Bay Area and you got your car bipped. My car has been bipped, not in San Francisco. My car was bipped one time in the town. They got me for a MacBook. I learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? Don't leave valuables in your car out there, man. But that was like 3 years ago. So yeah, it's 2024. Yeah, about 2020, 21. Yeah. Cali, Bay Area.
Window smash?
Most definitely.
What do you think about that?
It's the way to survive out here, I guess. I mean, as long as you know what you're doing, keeping it straight, you know the right people, you should be good.
Someone bashes out your car window, steals your phone charger, your phone, all your stuff. What should happen to that person?
If I can find him, man, it's over with for him.
Nothing with the police?
Hell no, we never get the police involved.
That's the Bay. I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, if you're going to take something from me, man, just make sure I don't see you with it, man, because I'm not calling the laws about it. I'm finna come see you personally about that. You feel me?
Why?
They won't do nothing anyway.
Ain't gonna do nothing. Hey.
How you doing?
Good, bro.
Nice to meet you.
You too, Bob.
So this place is crawling with police. I don't know how anyone's gonna get this job done. I would be deterred. If I had this much police, I would be deterred. This is ball.
See, what he doesn't realize is that most of the officers that are on the payroll of the government, or of the counties, I should say. I could say Oakland and San Francisco, they actually already got the memo way beforehand that if it looks like it's going to be under $1,000, man, let it go. Like, nobody cares. Like, they don't want to do the paperwork. The paperwork is going to take them more time than anything. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
I was expecting it to be a lot easier, but this actually seems like it's kind of difficult. I've never done any boosting before, but I'm looking.
Look how it ain't been the pandemic in what, a year and a half, 2 years? People still walking around with masks over there, just getting in people's cars, and the police don't even say nothing. But I don't want them to. Hey.
Looking at Macy's, and there's security guards and police everywhere. Is that normal?
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems like it's a high pressure situation. It doesn't seem as easy as I was picturing, which is just walk in, take it, and leave.
Honestly, with some situations, it depends. You know, it depends on what the boosting style is. You know, some people are called guerrilla boosters, and they don't care. You know, they'll beep on the way out, so they'll just run in there, grab it, and they'll they're gone.
If I'm walking out with an armful of Patagonia jackets, can someone stop?
They can stop you. You know, it depends on the person. Some people have like security, like Dix has security. They might say something to you. They're not going to chase you out the door.
This is like a small army of police officers. If I was in the business of being a professional thief, I'd be like, I think I'm going to put my 2 weeks in today and I'll just...
Shout out Macy's, man. I love that Macy's, man. They got the dope ass Calvin Klein over there. They got the perfume, the cologne section down there. They got hella dope shit in there. Man, I think Macy's might be the only store still there. Like, because I thought that was gone too. They used to have the Louis store right around the corner. They then closed that down because they ran up in there last Christmas. The Da Vinci store was right over there. They closed that down too because they ran up in there too. And nobody called me one time. I'm just playing. Nobody called me one time. Like, hey, I got these shoes for the low. I'm just playing. Don't call me. I don't want nothing stolen.
Something else.
Yeah, that's high. You feel me? A lot of the boosters too are not really prone to like be hitting it in the city like that. A lot of people be jumping BART.
They hit the suburbs.
Yeah, they hit Emeryville, Dublin, Richmond, you know, all those different places out there, Oakland. Then they go and they do it like that, and then they hit the BART, they come back, and then they go to the market and they sell it there.
Do you ever feel bad when you're boosting? Like, do you ever feel like, shit, this isn't the right thing to do?
I'm not the booster. I'm the fence. I'm the one who buys it, you know, and then I flip it.
There's a lot of retail stores shutting down in San Francisco right now.
Obviously, the city knows it.
Let me find out. He's gonna walk them all the way over to Carl's Jr., where they got, you know, man.
Going on, and there is some type of economy that it's working for them. The city would be scared to shut down boosting completely for all the different people, because then they would be worried about civilians getting attacked, you know, robbed, the cars getting dipped, those things like that. That's why they have the market open like that.
That is super true. That's an aspect to the plight of the Bay Area that people don't seem to look at or pay attention to, is the fact that they are letting people do this, because if they don't, it will end up attacking citizens. That is so very accurate.
So basically, if people can steal from like Dick's Sporting Goods, it's a lot less dangerous than stealing from individuals. Is that the idea?
Yes, they're getting that insurance for those lost products.
Dick's Sporting Goods closes. When Walmart closes, like you saw this in Chicago, there's just too much theft. And now people that depend on that place for their groceries, they're out of luck. What do you think about that?
That's extremely unfortunate. I think there's other things going on. I don't think that solely that is just closing down just because of the theft numbers. Because then if that was the case, their insurance is garbage.
I like that he said that they can't be closing down just because of the theft. He's hitting on something that a lot of people aren't privy to. It's the fact that they want the city to be like that. They want Oakland to be like that, the town. I don't know what the agenda is or why they want the town to be desolate and closed down, but I guess that's the second part of the plan, and then the third part we'll see after everything's closed down. But let me know what you think the reason might be. You think they're going to do martial law around here and just start shutting everything down and be like, curfew is 9 o'clock. If you're outside, we shooting. Like, let me know what you think.
The mustache, man. I'm working on it too.
You'll get there one day, bro.
You know, morally, is it wrong? Yeah, we know it's wrong. There's a lot of stuff that is going on in the world that's morally wrong. If you look at the world today and you think, is the world morally right or morally wrong? Chances are it's more morally wrong.
I like his justification, man. You know what I'm saying? That's every person who's doing something wrong. That's their justification. Like, oh, well, do you think what you're doing is wrong? Well, I mean, shoot. We bombed fucking Afghanistan. We bombed Ukraine, or Russia bombed Ukraine, or, you know what I mean? There was slavery back in the day. Like, there's always a reason. Like, well, if they did bad, why can't I? Like, because, like, it's illegal. Maybe that's the reason. But hey, if you like it, I love it. Love that bridge, right?
Are you familiar with the term bipping?
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
Breaking a car window and grabbing stuff out of the car. It is a problem in the city. In particular areas, you just don't park your car and expect it to be safe.
Have you ever been bipped before?
Yes.
What ran through your head after that?
Why do I have to deal with this? I live in one of the richest cities in the world.
What should happen to bippers?
Swift and short punishment. The reason it's a problem is there are no consequences.
Do you feel like the people...
He ain't lying. He is not lying. Is that London Breed too? Love her, but she ain't doing nothing, man. Once they told her that she can't let her brother out of jail because he's facing life or something like that for his charges, I feel like she just completely dropped the ball on the city. Like,
people in charge in San Francisco are doing a good job.
I would say no. The people in charge of San Francisco are captured by ideology rather than what's actually practically beneficial.
Big facts, because what they did was they focused on the homeless community with their budget for the drug community or I'm sorry, the user community. So they're spending a lot of money on things like that instead of actually tackling the main problem. Like I said, this is all for a specific reason. Let me know in the comments if you know what it is, because I don't. I'm mystified.
For the residents of the city.
We head to an underground parking garage to talk to a lady that is a full-time booster to learn more about her and her operation. Here's what we found out.
How's it going?
I have to say, this is not what I expected to walk into. You look like you could be just going on lunch break for your office job and on a walk with your dog.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into the world of boosting.
Life's just been rough for us. I've had 2 jobs and they just didn't go very well.
And when you say us, you're talking about you and the dog?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Okay.
She's a little mascot. She comes everywhere with me. She comes to work with me.
That's probably why you got fired from your job. Like, I don't think you can take your support dog with you to them other 2 jobs. They probably was like, can you leave that at home? And she was like, nah. And they was like, all right, then cool. You can stay at home with the dog. And then she was like, everybody else in the city, I'm going to get to boosting and bipping then. Because, you know what I'm saying? I need to bring my dog with me.
She boosts with you.
Yeah,
Is she always part of the cover a little bit?
She's my sidekick. Yeah, no, she's like the very important thing. She has to run and play before I can take her in. Otherwise, she'll start whining and getting a little antsy. So usually by the time I go in there, she's passed out. And I just do is, I take my time. She'll be sleeping and I take her in the fitting room. And then that's where I do my thing. When I go in the fitting rooms, I take everything out. And I fold it as flat as I can and I'll lay her bed on top of it. The only thing that sometimes is a little scary though is like she'll be sitting from here and all of a sudden she's sitting a little high, but I don't think they'll notice.
You got your dog out there boosting, man. Like, that's crazy too, because PETA would lose their mind. They saw this. Like, they don't care about Black people, the homeless community, things like that. But if you do this, have this dog taking them on runs and missions, they might come take your dog. They won't take you to jail, but they will take your dog. Isn't this a crazy world we live in?
Because there's so much stuff stuffed in there that you up a little bit.
Yeah.
So what do you look for when you're boosting? Like, is it a certain dollar amount? Is it a certain type of product?
If you were to get something that's $50, you probably sell it for $5-10.
What's the biggest haul you've ever had?
About maybe a little over a couple grand.
Really? And what was that? What were the items?
Cashmere, they run about $200-300. Michael Kors, $500-700 purses and stuff like that.
What leads you to do?
Michael Kors, $500-600 a purse. Somebody's going to fact check that for me, man, because I don't believe that. But sorry. I mean, I'm not a Michael Kors person, but me personally, I specifically don't buy that shit because it looks a little cheaper to me. But I didn't know they had $600 purses. That's crazy. Let me know in the comments if you got a $600 Michael Kors purse around here.
Because I would imagine this is a high pressure, high stress kind of job.
Yeah, honestly, to survive,
High pressure.
to be able to eat.
Did he say this is a high pressure, high stress kind of job? This ain't a job. This ain't a job. But all right.
Eat, to feed my dog. If you want to eat, you got to do what you got to do, really.
There's a domino effect to this, right? Like, I know there are a lot of retail stores have shut in San Francisco, and there's people that depend on that full-time money for their family. If someone lost their job because the place had to close down because of boosting, how do you feel about it?
It definitely sucks. I'd have to go outside the city. That takes a little bit longer. It takes a lot of time out of the day, and you don't get as much done as you really want.
Are there any consequences for doing this, or is it kind of open season? You can kind of just get away with it.
There's a maximum of up to $950 before you go to jail.
So do you usually try and take under that amount?
To be honest, I don't really pay attention.
How many days a week?
That's what I was wondering. Like, when they passed that law, do you think a lot of people are going in there talking about, oh, well, hold on, got $600. Let me put that back because I already have $200 worth of stuff over here. With another $300, that's actually $1,000. I'm $50 over. No. Like, they're gonna go in there and try to get $10,000-20,000 worth of shit and go sell it. Like, what are you talking about? Like, nobody cares.
Do you go do this?
You know what? San Francisco is pretty expensive out here, so sometimes every day.
All right, guys.
Let me know if you guys live in the city, man. You know what I'm saying? I just recently moved out the city because I believe the apartment we were living in was a 3-bedroom, and we were paying $4,500 a month. You know what I'm saying? Just to be here, and I ain't cool with that. Like, you know what I mean? You know, the apartments ain't really hitting like that. Like, you know what I mean? We moved, you know what I'm saying? Got the same price, got some crazy effect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if you guys live in the city and the rent is super high and y'all thinking about dipping. Because I'll tell you, you could just probably move.
I think it's time to go hit the streets and go to the black market. I'll see you there.
Oh no!
Next, we talked to a kid named Tip. He's a San Francisco local, and he takes us around the black market to show us the ins and outs of it. Here's what we found.
They are organized gangs of criminals who sell the merchandise to a fencing operation.
Didn't I say that? Right over there by Carl's Jr. Didn't I say that? I told you on the beginning, don't play with me. I'm a real Bay Area resident, man.
About 3-4 blocks away from 16th and Mission, which is one of the primary black market areas in San Francisco. We're going to hit the streets and show you what we see.
Good to meet you. How you doing?
All good. I'm just going to show y'all a little insides of how shit is out here. It's really hot right now, though. It usually be on like 16th Mission. They all then migrated up here. As you can see, the police just took everybody off.
So was there just a sweep?
Hold on. 16th and Mission. It looks like you on 24th and Mission, actually. You know what I'm saying? 16th and Mission, actually. I'm thinking about the Union City area downtown by the county building. Not the county building, by the they call that town hall. Town hall. Town hall. They actually over by McDonald's, of course. But that's 24th and Mission. Across the street from the BART station, they're talking about the little outside vendors that be on 16th and Mission, which is, like I said, eight blocks down that way. There's another BART station across the street, and I guess they said there now the vending has moved up from 16th to 24, which is lit. Shout out Army Street, by the way. You feel me? Shout out Army. Let's go.
Where we came right now.
Let's go check it out.
This is where it all be before the cops just came and migrated everyone out of here. You see how they all look.
A lot of the fellas that speak Spanish are the guys that run the shit around here.
Yeah. So they don't even speak. Everybody who come out here who didn't stole something, got something, they come like right here. This country, setting up. Stage, whatever you need.
So if I want to get a Patagonia jacket, Nikes, this is the spot to come.
Yeah. Spot. See, everything was just all laid out and set up on the floor until the cops just came like 5 minutes away. Then
you said you'll get it by tomorrow?
Whatever you need, straight up.
So how easy is it to find stuff around here? Like if I'm looking to go Christmas shopping for the whole family, is this the spot to look?
All you gotta do is come in the day before, tell what you need, get an order for.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know about any of the other residents that live there and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be happy to walk by, you know what I'm saying? Because 24th is right by, you know what I'm talking about? Me personally, I ain't never been over there talking about like, oh yeah, what them lotions hitting for? Oh, what them deodorants hitting for? Like, that's just me personally. Like, I don't really participate in this. Let me know if you be shopping from the street vendors. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For you, bring it to you.
Sometimes you get lucky and you'll come here and there'll be like things that you would normally put in stockings or give like a small gift. Maybe even sometimes there'll be a big gift.
Tell me the difference between retail price and...
You want to know the craziest part about this whole situation, right? This part of 24th or 16th and Mission, well, actually, this is 24. This part of the whole area is bad. Like, this way down from McDonald's right there, bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't hitting how you want it to hit. But if you go on the other side, up the hill, and those residential areas, it's real nice over there. It's very confusing because, like I said, they're bridging the gap. Not bridging the gap. I'm sorry. They're increasing the gap from the poor to the wealthy exponentially right now. So you see what it used to be a middle class. Now you got the poor or about to be on the verge of poor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to fight that whole thing off. And it's just crazy to watch, man.
What I can get out here.
They pay 30%.
Okay, so let's say a purse was like $300 at a store. At most $70 for it.
Wow.
It's a competitive market because they buy it, put it in their storage unit, and then go to a flea market and sell it for more. You know? So it's easier for us to put it online, but a lot of people use drugs, and it's easier to do it that way.
There's a few steps in the chain, right? There's the booster, the fencer. Is there another part of the chain too, or is that pretty much it?
That's it, really.
Would you say it's a risky business, or is it?
See, my question is for the fencer. You're selling the products, but like, you didn't just wake up one day and be like, all right, cool, I got $2,000 in my pocket. Like, I'm finna go be a fence and start buying shit from niggas. Like, I'm trying to figure out how you get into the game of being a fence. Like, is it like the weed game where you're just like, oh, I need a pound and I'm gonna get in the game? It's like the crack game where you're like, oh, I need a zip or whatever the fuck they need. I don't know. I need that. It's like the fence game. Like, let me know how you get into the fencing game. Like, I don't understand how you just wake up and be like, yeah, man. Like, that dude got the Louis jacket. He has a Montclair jacket. I was like, he had the Louis bag. He had the Montclair jacket. Like, you know what I mean? He was really like, usually out there ready for to do this interview.
San Francisco is
Definitely-
easy.
It's definitely risky because you're definitely building a bad background. You know what I'm saying? Boosting and stuff like that.
I'm trying to get a cheap bag.
He got the Gucci. He got the Gucci hat with the Louis bag with the I don't know what jacket that is, but yeah, Vincent is working out, bro.
Like it's nice for me, but like the guy that works at Dick's Sporting Goods 40 hours a week and feeds his family off that.
Hey, was that the CVS store where that dude unalived that other person? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sure, but this is pretty much what we've all who live here have been watching on the news for the past year. This ain't new to us.
Things are disappearing, right? Like the retail scene is disappearing around
We're
here.
getting laid off because the more stuff disappearing, less employees you need. A lot of people around here don't understand. Like the gangs around here that tax all these people selling out here too. If you don't pay them that money for that tax that they're asking for, then they jump you and take your stuff. Certain areas.
Big facts. That's another thing. There's a lot of I want to say Northerners in that community, some Southerners. I understand what they're talking about. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean?
For gang territory.
When you look at the black market and the drug trade, we are talking multi-million-dollar revenue streams. And these are not ran by petty criminals. These are ran by sophisticated criminal organizations. The two main ones that the locals told us about were the Mexicans and the Hondurans. And in fact, business has been so good for the Hondurans that there's been a big immigration push to San Francisco to live there. And if you visit Honduras, you're liable to find little kids running around in San Francisco 49er jerseys and Steph Curry jerseys too.
What percentage of the people doing the boosting would you say are supporting their habit?
80%, 80 to 90. The only people that are not sitting here boosting for drug money is like the ones that are hella young, like kids.
They're doing it for the rush.
Doing it for the rush and for the money because it's fast, easy money. They don't have to get jobs.
Inventory for Christmas lights.
So did you actually just hear what he said? He said something very prolific. He said 80 to 90% of the people that are boosting have drug habits, and they're probably homeless as well. That's wild right there if you think about it, because they have a huge, like I said earlier, they have a huge influx of benefits for people who are homeless and on drugs. So technically you don't actually have to do this. They're just doing it just because they don't, I don't know. Let me know why you think they're doing it, because I don't understand.
What are these going for? $3?
I mean, yeah, this would be a great place to go Christmas shopping.
Watch that camera because, like I said, a lot of gangs are in this area, and if they see you with a camera out here, it may not be wise to have it out. You know what I mean? Stay on your toes around for that.
You got the lean. That's one of the signs right there. Is the
yeah, we got that too. I think they got that trank thing out here too, where people are just doing all that. Like, yeah, that area right there is actually one of the worst parts of San Francisco. And that's just because of the homeless situation, not really because of the violence or the gang activity. This is light compared to the city, for real, for real.
You just walk by and get contact with it.
This is the corner we had to pee in 2 minutes ago.
It's easy to notice some of the major effects.
Oh yeah. If y'all don't know that, man, what? There's an alley right behind McDonald's. There's an alley right there on Cap Street. Like, man, people stay going there just laying down, peeing, doing their business. Like, hey, man, the city's crazy right now.
Theft, like retail stores leaving. But some of the minor things I noticed is it's damn near impossible to find a bathroom to pee in San Francisco.
Right.
Business owners just don't want to deal with homeless people going in their bathrooms and doing
You know, that's crazy too, because I completely forgot about that. Like, coming up in the city, that you used to always be able to do that. Now you can't go to the bathroom in any establishment, but they usually have the portables. You know, the electronic ones. You press the button and the door slide. Like, they got portable bathrooms, so don't make it seem all like that.
God knows what. And the result of this is I almost pissed my pants a few times in San Francisco.
If there is a place in San Francisco with a public bathroom, it's behind a keypad because that's how much sketchy shit goes on in the bathroom. So it's a hard place to take care of your business. Because the McDonald's did not have a spot to go.
You might walk in, whole alley might be full with nothing but dope fiends from corner to bottom.
He ain't lying about that, especially when he's talking about the same McDonald's on 24.
Bottom whole alley, crazy dangerous.
Human shit?
Human shit, for surely, not dog shit.
Send your kids to school and they're walking through.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
And that's crazy too, because there's an elementary school literally around the corner. There's another one up the street, and our children are walking through like human feces. Like, just letting y'all know, this is what's going on, man. Like, you feel me?
You gotta walk past everyone, and it's crazy because
what's nuts to me is that, to me, this is normal. Like, when I look at it on camera now, like, you know what I mean? Now that I elevated a little bit in life, now I'm looking at this on camera and I'm like, man, this looks wild. Like, to me, it was normal. Like, Yeah, that's that. You know what I mean? That's the motherfucker. He got the little habit. I see him every time I go to the store. There's bruh right there. I see him. He's selling his little like it's regular. Like, but when you like and like I moved, like I said, I moved a couple years ago. So now I'm looking at it now. I'm like, man, I used to live there. Like that's crazy. Because to me it looked normal, but to y'all it probably look crazy as hell.
Like school programs, they bring their kids all through it. Like they have to.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's some people who'll come by and tell them, kids come and put it up, put it by. We don't give a da da da. Kids come by, they still smoking.
Yep.
It may be possible to get contact high. Like you never know. You know, it's just
Okay.
sad. Really, it's sad.
It kind of makes sense that the theft capital of America would also be a hotspot for drugs. Because I think it's really interconnected.
There's all kind of thieves. There's the thieves who's trying to get high to support their habit. There's the thieves who's actually getting money and doing something with it. Then there's just the thieves who's stealing for their own use, personal use. Like people walk in a whole grocery store and walk right. I know, because I'll be stealing. Like, hey, y'all stealing, I'm stealing. But yeah.
One of them even took the time to explain why he simply didn't pay.
Police might just take the items back and tell you to get the out of here.
That's literally what happens, man. Let me give you a quick little story time. Something happened to me one time. You know what I'm saying? I had to be about 19 years old. I think maybe 20. A friend of mine was stealing, you know what I'm saying, from a store in the city. I want to say, I believe it was Walgreens or some shit. Police bust us. Boom. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody get on the wall, probation check, all that. You give me the products, the merchandise. You get on the wall, you get a probation. Whoa, whoa. They pull in guns, they pulling everything out of my people's pockets. They was like, all right, bro. They took the products that the homie stole and said, all right, be about your business. We was like, appreciate you. Like, that's what we came up in. And I want to say 19. That's gotta be 15 years ago. So like, look at the evolution. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you're stealing more than $1,000.
It almost makes it like a game. Like, okay, I'm gonna go in there, I'm getting $950 worth of shit, and I'm
literally
out.
like people count it and add up. I know personally, so
You go home and feel good about it, like I did my job, or is it kind of like, I got my money, but I feel a little like not so good about it?
Truth be told, I got my money, I don't feel too good about it. The other me is, I'm happy, you know, I got my money, I don't give a what I did to get my money.
And that actually is how everybody feels when you're faced against not eating or eating, because that's pretty much the only option it is. It ain't like he's over here living in a crazy townhouse, 2 college degrees, 2 cars, and he just decides to steal. No, his option right now is either food, clothes, or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's his options. Like, so I totally understand the climate of how every young person, even older people, do. So the other chick she was stealing, I understand what they're up against. Like I said, I'm from there. I understand it completely. Let me know in the comments if you understand or you think they should just go to jail. Like I said, I understand. I'm not saying it's right, but I said I understand.
Got it. $15.
So this is some boosted perfume. So what does this go for?
He want 15 in the store. You know how much? That's 100 and up for sure. Let me just get right, OG. Hey,
let me just get right.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
We just walked past the guy that had some boosted.
Hey, you know how much? That's 100 and up for sure.
So what does this go for?
Hey, that's the friend amigo. You feel me? That's the friend amigo. Yeah, let me get right, OG. Like, you know what I mean? Real quick, man. Shout out youngster, bro. That's how, bro.
He want 15 in the store. You know how much? That's 100 and up.
Right, OG.
Let me just get right, OG. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
We just walked past the guy that had some boosted cologne.
I'm sorry, man. I love my people, man. I love my city, man. I love my man. It's crazy, man. That's our city, man. I love my city, man. You can't.
I just got fresh for free now. It be like that. It be like that. Across the street, this some little inside shit. Yeah. This is like when the dippers. Fuck it. This is when niggas go hit when they bit. You get a motherfucking passport. I'm saying anything, some papers with them.
Police left and already it's just crawling like way more people.
Get back.
Tools, shampoo, soap,
Tylenol, 16.
Some pills for back pain. This is a medical center. Ooh. Estoy comprando cosas para Navidad.
Para Navidad, okay. Jordan.
genuine.
That's dope. He speak a little Spanish. You know what I'm saying? He trying to blend in. Okay, looking like an undercover cop. Oh, I feel you.
Media.
Este 10 y medio. Bonito. Oye, ¿qué pasa el otro?
It's an 8.5.
El otro. ¿Qué no me da ahí? Ahí me sacan TikTok.
Hey, put me on the TikTok.
Meeting up with our next guy that's going to take us in a little bit deeper.
Gotta say pause when you say you met a man that's gonna take you a little deeper. I'm just saying. Gotta say pause. That's all I'm saying. Well, he got
I swear to God, you really look like a cop right now. I'm not here lying. I swear to God. When I seen y'all across the street looking, I was like, that's the narc. I'm like, oh no, gosh. Tommy G, that can't forget Tommy G.
How can you tell who's a booster and who's not?
But they gonna have a big bag. The real boosters, this is an insider, they gonna have 10 for you in their bag. So when you walk out, and if the dude got a beeper on it, it don't cinch with the 10 for you. Who will run out of a Safeway with fucking a garbage bag full of Tide Pods, might go get 500 out of one Safeway. So now they finna go do another Safeway, another garbage bag, 500. You just made $1,000 in less than an hour.
Their store security can't do shit,
They
right?
can't touch you, they can't say nothing.
And that's what the big problem was with the CVS incident, where the security guard unalived that teenage girl, RP. That girl, she was a booster. She was gorilla boosting, and the security guard unalived her, but protecting the product. And the city went up in arms about it. Was on the news. So now was pretty much a major alert to, hey, if you see people stealing, let it go.
Is he whoa. That's one of my pet peeves. We gotta clean earth, guys. We got a nice earth.
That is true. Every time I watch a Tommy G thing, if somebody throws something on the ground, like he always pick that up. You remember the Punch Made Dev video I did a reaction to with Tommy G, and they was putting pizza boxes all everywhere, and he was like, hey, it's my pet peeve. Hey, shout out my porn stash dude right there. You know what I'm saying? Doing this thing. You know, Earth plan. I'm interviewing gang members, drug dealers, boosters, drug addicts, like killers, like, but hey, if you get to littering, we're gonna have a problem. Okay.
Is this a common place for boosting?
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Is that
yeah. They don't give a fuck. Cause every bag he got full. All those stores up.
Is that Westfield? I thought the mall was closed. Is that mall still open? I thought it was closed. I ain't been over there since I heard it was closed. I thought it was closed.
There, that's dark. That used to be Georgia.
When people are saying boosting doesn't have a price, well, this is one of the prices that it's just simply too expensive to do business. The sad reality is there's lots of full-time employees that don't have a place to work no more.
Real gangsters from everywhere.
Yeah. Real Sunnydale shit.
Okay, they got the Dale niggas over there. Oh yeah, the Dale niggas over there. Oh yeah, it's gonna get lit in there. Oh, everybody coming out with something today. You got the Dale niggas over there.
See a worst enemy in this motherfucker.
It is too.
Look at him rolling. Look at him. We call that a stoley. He ain't buy that, nigga. That's
when you think Rolex, you either think like rich businessman or rapper, and when you see just an average guy rolling around in a Rolex, that's kind of crazy.
I should
high school.
Like the little niggas who just walk by, they probably got 20, 30, 40,000 somewhere in high school. Like if you in San Francisco with no money and no motion, it's
weird.
Sad. You can't
weird.
Just
Yeah, totally. Like, hey, I like that because real talk. That's, you know what I mean. That's where we come from. Getting some motion about yourself. Like, I mean, I don't know about the stealing and the bipping and the selling drugs and everything. You know what I mean? We elevated, man. We got YouTube channels over here now. But you know what I'm saying? We was all young before, you know what I'm saying? So I like to just say that there is a better way than this, you know what I'm saying? But when you're younger and you can't get a job really like that, and you want to ball, like, and I understand where they're coming from, but like I said, like this ain't really, you don't want a record. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna grow up one day and realize this don't mean nothing. So just be aware, stay on your pivot, stay on your 10 toes, man. Like, just try to get by. Don't try to be balling in the situation, because that's how you get greedy, you get caught, man. Like, if you have to steal because you have to. Don't steal because you want to. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's levels to this shit.
in and open it. Because if you did, it'd be 10 niggas running in, taking everything in front of the straight out the door right there.
You notice a lot of these stores invest in security guards, but it doesn't seem to be stopping the stealing. Here are a couple of reasons why. One, it's arguably...
That man said they seem to be investing in security guards. No, they not. Like, man, look. Same thing as if a rapper had a security guard. Like, how many rapper security guards do you know that's going to jump in the way of some bullets? Like, so if one of these kids happen to be extra aggressive, like, I'm not going to jail today. Do you think that security guard is going to take a bullet for some Toomey gear, some Patagonia, some Arc'teryx, some Gucci? No, they're going to be like, or at the most, they pull the phone out and be like, they're not doing it. That's why everybody is doing this now. It's crazy.
Cheaper to let them steal a few things than it is to pay for more muscle to guard it. The other thing to factor in is the liability for the...
You heard what he said? He said it's cheaper to let them steal it than pay for more security. And this is why we're at where we're at.
Store, if they do stop somebody,
because if you think about it, like car companies do the same thing. Say there's a defective part on a car. Say 1 out of every 100,000 of these cars, the passenger airbag just deploys. Now, they do a cost analysis and they say, hey, we can either take all these cars off the market, or we can actually just do a cost analysis of how many cars do we have that are defective, and out of that number, how many of them will actually act up, and out of that number, how many of those people will get into an accident, and out of that number, how many people in those accidents are going to sue, and out of that number, how much is that are we going to have to pay? That's how they do the cost analysis. And then they say, oh, well, if this cost analysis is less than actually fixing all the cars, which it usually 9 times out of 10 is, they say, let them cars rock. Same thing they're doing right here with the stores. You know what I'm saying?
And there's an altercation, a fight, someone gets shot, it's just not worth it. Yeah. And from the employee standpoint, CVS is paying you $14 an hour, and the guy that's stealing from you might have a gun. Is it really worth trying to stop him? Probably not. Our next contact, Big Smacks, takes us deeper into the Tenderloin and wants to introduce us to...
Shout out to Els. Shout out to Els. Shout out Smack.
His Mexican pals, the Migos, who run
Migos. I just told you that the friend of Migos. Shout out Smack.
How you doing?
This shit's so watered down, bro. They just cleared out all the Dolphins and all the Hondos.
Xi Jinping, I wish you got more of an accurate feel of what's happening in the cities, especially since the fentanyl is coming from China. I thought it might be good for you to see.
Come on, you go to like 100 Dolphins, bro, stolen shit, bro, just selling it, trying to get it off to the Migos, and the Migos is buying it. They sending that shit back home.
And Migos are
Mexicans.
Okay. And is this cartel shit we're getting into?
The Hondurans, that's a whole other story. That's definitely not like some cartel shit, but we ain't even talk about that. Mexicans don't with the Hondurans.
Out here, family, just chilling in space void.
He actually didn't cap whatsoever in that assessment of the 2 people that you deal with when you're in that lifestyle. Like I said, if you are any kind of African American or person of color who happens to be 30 years and down, this is public knowledge. Ain't nobody snitching. Like, this is, we all know this. Like, it's crazy that it finally just got to the internet like now. Like, we all know this.
Mystery, doing some science.
Yeah. My boy out here pushing a stroller with nothing in it. He probably just lost his weight, probably just, you feel me, smoking that shit or on some shit.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl, most likely.
Right to the right of us, there's like 15, 20 people smoking fentanyl, right?
Right now, for sure. It's different territories up here type shit. You know, the Hondurans got their little area, the blacks got theirs, and then you got the Mexicans, and then you got the Arabs. This everyday shit right here, bro. You got the Asians selling their little shit. They so smart, they get free shit and sell it.
Oh, hold on. Let me know. They in the L's? They walking through the L's?
And that foil is supplied by the nonprofits.
Exactly.
That's crazy to me.
Crazy, that's what I'm saying.
Do you think that's a bad move for taxpayer money to be?
Hell yeah. That's why I would never get a job.
Did you just hear that? They said the taxpayers are paying these drug programs, and they give them the tools to actually, like I said, this was designed. This is a design. Don't get it twisted. This ain't just an unfortunate circumstance of events that just keep happening. No, this is designed. I don't know why, but like I said, we'll figure it out in chapter 3. Let's go.
Ever. I gotta look at this young lady. She probably around our age.
That's someone shitting over there?
Just got done shitting.
We're about to meet some other fellas who really run the market, the Mexicans.
For the big Keep bankroll. You already know. Hey, the Migos keep them a bankroll. You pull up on them, they like, what you need? Like, oh, okay. But look, they know Tommy G. You okay?
No. Hey, que pasa, mi hombre? It's Tommy G.
Everybody know Tommy G.
Come on, there you go. You gonna blur our face out?
Hey, wait, what happened to the camera?
Hey, wait, no. We shoot documentaries.
No, I know. Hey,
I got you, bro. He's my YouTuber.
Shout out to Migos, man. They're like, hold on, man. Look, I don't care about all that. Cut that camera off, man. We're trying to do some business. Hey.
They've been knowing me since I was a young nigga, like running around, snatching phones and shit, coming to sell that shit to them.
Have you ever felt bad after bipping somebody?
I ain't gonna lie, nope.
What if it's a single mom?
He said, I ain't gonna lie, no. And that was dope though, because if you actually look to that right-hand side, that's the Carl's Jr. I don't know if it's still open no more, but
when she can't afford to fix her windows,
I wouldn't know if it's a single mom or not. As long as I don't see it, I would not feel. You feel me? I can't feel no type of way. If I just
and he's actually saying some real shit. He says, if I can't see it in my eyes, like I don't know, I'm really doing something wrong to somebody. And that's actually a good way, a coping mechanism that people can use to make themselves feel better about what they're doing, because nobody actually wants to be stealing and be on the wrong side of the law. Nobody wants that. Like, they're just dealing with the best options that are in front of them at this time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's keep it lit.
See the car with her person there, I'm taking it.
You just trying to think about who it might be.
Exactly.
Now, a better question he could have asked them would have been like, if you do take a purse in a car and you happen to go through the wallet and you see it's a single mother with children, are you going to return any of that stuff? No, that's a better question. That'll let you know the type of integrity he's really working with. But I'm just saying.
Pac-Man.
Hey, that's crazy. That boy's sick.
He out here trying to sell his little game. I just bought it for some weed.
Is there a fight hat?
Hey, police!
He probably should have calmed it down a little bit, huh?
I wasn't going to calm him down.
In this last segment, we interviewed Jerry, a professional thief who has done an assortment of wild crimes, from heists to getting ATMs to robbing other criminal organizations. This guy gives us an inside look about the mentality of pulling a heist.
Okay, now I guess he's going a little left with it. These are actually, I think this type of person is actually one of them dudes who really is involved with the extra stuff that's going on in the Bay. Like the I don't know if you're familiar with what happened to Burner spot in the town, the cookie store, a lot of weed dispensaries, a lot of places getting pulled up on with bulldozers, tying doors open, stealing ATMs. Like, I don't know if he's going to get into that bag, but I don't want to be on no self-snitching ish with nobody. So if we get to self-snitching, I'm going to just cut it off. But let's go. I believe you.
Is there a code name like Jerry you want to go by, or?
Yeah, you go by Jerry.
So I'm here with Jerry. What kind of stuff do you get into?
We do bipping, we run into warehouses. It don't matter, anywhere that I got some money, we take safes, ATMs.
I told you. I've never even seen this video before. This is why I like doing my reactions, like off the cuff, because I get to show y'all, my knowledge and prowess about these things. But like I said, I knew already he's gonna be one of those dudes who's gonna start self-snitching about the big crimes. I kind of don't really care about too much of that. So what I'm gonna do is actually cut it short for right here. If you guys want me to do any more Tommy G reactions, go ahead and let me know. It's INKT to the G, and we'll be back with another one. Go.